So I'm gonna do one more, I think. There's still people here. It was good. It was overly crowded tonight, so I'm just wondering if people were here just kind of let's see me do it. I've been doing this every night here, and they haven't bothered me. So I fell asleep for a while, then I just kind of woke up, and now I felt like doing this. So, and there's one thing though. It keeps on like bugging me. It's like, I've been asked, do you really believe the things that you're saying? Or you're telling us that you're not just making this stuff up, or you're just kind of like trying, putting stories together and no, I've never wanted to write a book. I don't think I could ever sit down and write a book. These stories have come into me, completely channeled. The things that I did, the thing I did this morning, the Saraswati, these are all like things that channeled. I'm not like I didn't pre-plan these. I didn't think about doing them. They just kind of came in at that moment. That's why when I'm doing what I'm doing here, what really sucks is that when somebody interferes, tries to interfere with, like, oh, you should stop, or you should go to sleep, or you should do this, you should do that. It's bad if you do it. Because that always like again, I want to reiterate that if I would have went to rehab when all these people were telling me that I needed to go to rehab, which I didn't really go to rehab, I just wanted to see what they were going to say. And I never really felt that I was going to go, but I just wanted to see to what extent they were going to if you did it, then you're going to be you're a good boy. If not, then I'm going to turn my back on you and So, and it was surprising how many did the latter. And you did that thing where I said, instead of being like, understanding and compassionate, I'm not going to really talk to you unless you become this. But if I would have done that, then I wouldn't have done any of this. You think I would have came back and tried to find some work or do some Mama Sound healing and whatever it was, I wouldn't have done what I did here. And to anybody else out there, it's really important to me. I don't really care who else is important to. I'm not selling this. I'm not looking for your massive. I'm looking for the actual concepts. It's kind of like the same thing with Jesus, right? Instead of making a religion from him, right? Instead of making a religious from him, I think he would have preferred you just understanding his knowledge. Now, the bad thing about the whole Jesus thing is that back then he didn't have a YouTube, he didn't have a video camera, and he didn't write books. Maybe he didn't have the I don't have the mental clarity to sit down and write a book. I mean, for like hours and hours, just type of ways. Like I can't do that, man. But the video things it's a lot easier because you express yourself better. If he had video, I bet you would have Jesus, maybe we shouldn't crucify him. Is that what he really said? It's not what those people told him he said. So again, the thing that just kind of blows my mind is when people ask me, like, do you really believe that you're from a different star system, and that you were brought in here, you're not human? And I say, do you really believe that you're gonna die and go to heaven? Do you? Neither of us will know until we're dead. The thing of it is, I'm sure of it now. Why? Because of everything that's transpired in the last year and a half. You asked me a year and a half ago, I would have told you. But everything that's transpired in the last year and a half, up until today. And every day it's like, okay, or should I go do something else? I was supposed to do something with somebody else, and all of a sudden I'm like, I haven't taken a shower in 2 days now. I probably go to this hotel again and eat myself in this little tiny shower where there's like the water smells of the Ganges. Not the Ganja, the Ganges River in India. Is that okay? But it's water and it cleanses somewhat, right? Just don't get it into your mouth. So I just want to again. Everything I said, I believe happened. Even the stuff with my family, even the stuff that my family isn't really my family, I believe that is true. Now, whether it's I can prove it or not, I don't really care to prove it. I don't want to prove it. It's out there. That's what's in my head. Everything that I've said that came from God, and all these things that may happen, and all these things that we should be doing to prevent that from happening. Everything that I've spoken about, that's all come from directly from your creator, our creator, wherever that creator is. And honestly, there's levels, and he's not the first. Somebody had to create him, her, it. So don't believe. Oh no, I'm on Netflix. So don't believe, right, that what you watch and what you see is real, because it is not. You know? The things that you see are manipulated by those that have the money that is used to control everything in this system. If money was worthless, you couldn't get anybody to work unless you offered them a free existence. I believe offering them a free existence is a lot better than having them to slave their life away back, paying and receiving. Because again, that values money more than human life. And then those billionaires, because it does, are worth a lot more than me and you. But when you value human life more than anything, then those billionaires are worth no more than me and you. No less, but no more. Less only because these assholes fucking did it and knowingly to us for our lives. Knowingly. And they were ready to do it again for our next lifetime. Until, I'm not me, you guys were. Until you got stuck. And then, or everyone just gets dumped back down to the procreation. And then what you have is just, you have to wait. I know you individuals don't understand what your soul wants, but there is a soul part of you that is aching right now because it's not ascending. It doesn't know what to do. And every time that Dio or God or whatever you want to call him, Jah. Remember, Jah is sent down here, he sends down people. He sends down these. They're not ascended masters. Don't think that maybe Jesus was. I'm not sure. What you consider a master or not, but they are ascended souls that are in different dimensions that now have learned how to get out of it. I said, when you find the person that can cure death, you should really find. Well, I kind of cured death because now I don't die in this new dimension. The dying and birth and death is only part of this dimension where you need to learn this part of existence. When you learned it all, you're gone. And the biggest thing you have to learn is the karma, and releasing that karma, understanding both sides of anything. It's really easy. If you release it in a few seconds, if you just understand that everyone has an opinion and everyone has a right to that opinion, and whatever happens to anybody, it's both sides you have to listen to, because you got to put yourself in each side and say to yourself, how would you have handled it? And whatever it is, understanding that is what has kept you a slave to them, because they don't teach you that. They teach you things like, they teach you especially the heaven and hell concept, or they teach you the little bit of reincarnation, but that's like they don't promote the karma because they're still working your ass, in the restaurants or whatever else, unless you're a Buddhist monk, and then you're like, fine. So I gotta reincarnate as a Buddhist monk to get the hell out of here? No, you don't. You don't. So that's what he sent people down here for. That's what he's saying. That's what she sent. Ascended souls back down, and we're not part of the reincarnation cycle. That's what. Look, and when you say to me, how can you really believe that? Who said that to you? Who told you that? My spirit guide, and I feel it in my bones that it's right. I just feel it. And the things that have happened in the last year have been wowing me. Like, really? This really? So I can't start doubting it, because you can't believe it's real or not. And I'm not crazy. I don't know what you consider crazy, but that's not me. Manic? That's me. I'm from New York, man. I grew up being in sea and different than people who live in more of the country areas, you know. Especially when we didn't have like all these fancy TVs, you just had that, you know, it was ugly black and white or just like, you know, tube TVs. You didn't have like, whatever. It is my prerogative to tell everybody what is coming through to me. When it comes through to me, I don't know if you noticed some of the videos that actually things are coming through to me, how different I am then than I am, like, you know, when I wake up and, you know, oh, what's the matter? Those moments are the moments that are funneled through. When you stop me from doing that, when you prevent me by saying, oh no, you can't do that, oh no, you know, cut it, no, whatever it is, like, make sure it's like, you know, you're gonna. I've been doing this for a very long time, 14, and then I stopped, of course, with the women that oh no, they couldn't understand, so I didn't do it for a while. And then all of a sudden I started doing it, and oh no, it's crazy. So, but whatever it is, it's got me to the point where I understand my purpose, and the reason that's right now it's a rush feeling in me, because it's a rush feeling in God, because it's a feeling that you better freaking figure it out today, not tomorrow, today.
Even if you are vaccinated, stay home if you are feeling sick.
Because if not, you will regret it, because you will not be prepared for what is about to happen. And just like 2012, we avoided it. I'm sure we avoided it in 2012. I think it was bigger than it was supposed to be. We got Sandy, some other things, but it was not. And then we got a beautiful energy. That beautiful energy. It doesn't come when we're stuck in wars, when we're stuck putting masks on. We're gonna slide through 2023 and not feel any of it.
The expertise of a realtor can make all the difference.
And every 11 years, we should be feeling that. That is the ascension process that has been stunted. And that is what I've been told. I've been here. I've been given the purpose to try to help. Make sure that doesn't become the downfall of your civilization as well. And then I'm out of here. On to the next one. I'm gonna ask them. There's an entire tribal planet, and they're living in perfect harmony and balance. I'm gonna ask them, you got anything that I wouldn't mind? Because I kind of like being, you know, human, you know, for a while. Except they put me into this body that, you know, that, you know. There's a lot of this, but doesn't seem to have a lot of, like, you know. But then, you know, that seems to be so wasteful in a sense. You know? Especially when you don't know what your purpose is. Eh? You're just wasting, you're just adding more unpurposeful events. Okay, not to say that you know. It pulls you away from what you need to do when all of a sudden you have somebody else's problems to deal with. It's not like you don't want to be like, yeah, I want to be helpful and everything, but if I'm like focusing on you, then I can't be doing what I'm doing right now. And like I said, it's just the same thing as somebody putting me into a drug rehab when I didn't need to be one, and then forcing me into a mindset that I didn't want to be in, and then me being in that mindset for a while, and then doing my part to get back to this point. So how much of a waste of time would that all been? And how much less of the things that I've done in the last 2 months, 3 months, you know? So thank you, Rose, my sister, for trying to get me to go. You know, thank you for my ex-wife, for my ex-girlfriend. My God, if the God she's not my wife, then it would have been like another fucking divorce. No, my God, not one of those. An ex-girlfriend. No, I didn't go. The people that they were so happy when I think I'm going to go tomorrow. I think I'm going to go tomorrow, and you know I'm just going to make it. And then I said I ain't going. And, they were so happy that I went. And then it went. I got 7-8 likes on the YouTube video. And then you're not going. I'm so disappointed in you for not going. They're not disappointed in me. They're disappointed in themselves. You know? They project what they want, you know, onto me. You know? And then they say, yo. See, if I was you, when I needed to go, I had to go, and I had to go to work, so you need to go to work too. You see, that's kind of funny, right? They send the drug addicts to what they consider the drug addicts to the rehab centers, so they can go back to work because they do it. Because they're drug addicts, they don't have to work. You see? And who's smarter? This morning. Buenas noches.